going on, good people? Again, this is the next installment of the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. I am your host, Jay Walking III. My co-host, Carolina the Dirt. What's going on?
Ain't nothing what's going on today, peoples, on this Wednesday night.
I know that's right, man. Well, check this out. We have a special guest host in the building. Miss Tisha B is back with us. How you doing, Miss Lady?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
All right. So, what's good with you, man?
Nothing, just working, living life.
Living life. I like that. So we're going to go with our typical thing that we do. It's the first call. You know how this works. We've done this before. It's just 5 questions. Answer to the best of your ability. We're going to start with the first one.
Let's go.
Before rain or after the rain?
After the rain.
After the rain.
I like before rain. I like the smell of rain coming.
No.
That's Betty Wright. Who was that? That wasn't
After
Betty
the
Wright.
rain. Yeah, that's Betty Wright.
That's Betty
Yeah.
Wright.
That's Betty Wright.
House party or club night?
Ooh, house party.
I like house parties too.
I ain't got to drive home drunk, just,
At least I know who got the guns at a house party.
Right, exactly.
Casino or festival?
Casino.
I don't gamble, cuz.
I like to feel
Food.
like I'm gambling.
I got you. Italian or Mexican?
Dang. Ooh. Mexican.
Okay. They too heavy on the beans, cuz.
No beans. Every time I get Mexican, no beans. I don't need no beans.
Yeah, man, they too heavy on the beans.
No
There's some
refried
things I
Mexican.
like, but I'm gonna go Italian on that one. Sour Patch Kids or Reese's Pieces?
Neither. Sour Patch Kids, I guess.
What you mean? You guess you either do or you don't.
I don't eat neither one of those, so I'm good on both of them.
Oh, okay.
Putting them back on the shelf.
All right, I got you. Shit, don't get all extra spicy on the show now.
I'm just saying.
That's my 5. You got 5 for it, Carolina?
Most definitely. You know, mine come off the top. So we gonna go.
Let's go.
You said you're a cognac person, right?
Remy and lemonade.
That really don't go together, but okay.
It really does. Try it.
Got a partner who used to do Crown and grape soda, Fanta soda.
Now that doesn't go.
Tried
That don't sound like a stomach ache.
Yeah, but it tastes all right. So you're gonna go airplane or boat?
Airplane.
All right. Yeah. All right. So the desert or the forest?
Force.
You're gonna go fried bologna or bacon?
Fried bologna. Chicken fried bologna, though.
Chicken.
I don't eat pork or beef.
Oh Lord. We about to cut your feet now. We gonna go Bruno Mars or Miguel?
Ooh, Bruno Mars.
All right.
Y'all sleeping on Miguel, man.
Yeah.
Miguel. Ever since Miguel kicked that little girl in the face, don't nobody want to fuck with Miguel, man. Miguel go.
I need my glasses. I can't fuck with Miguel.
All right, so that was first call.
All right, we go up one time for the first call.
Woo. All right, what's going on, people? I see Let's Talk on a Tree in here, and Vivian, I don't even want to say your name wrong, Kuntz.
Vivian Kuntz.
Kuntz.
So this is an open forum. If you are watching, man, put your comments, statements, whatever you want us to cover in there. We'll get to it one way or the other. How y'all feel about the Juneteenth thing, Kyle?
You want to go first?
I was just gonna say thank you, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm good. We don't need you to say that you gave us anything because you really didn't want to do it. You just gave it to us to shut us up. But thank you. I'm still gonna do my own.
Yeah, I kind of felt that, but I just I was telling him before we went live. Like if they just would have made it a holiday, yeah, you could do away with it. But considering they actually made it like a federal holiday, like people actually going to get paid for not going to work that day, that's something. Because it could get ignored like everything else has been getting ignored.
Well, they've been ignoring it.
Yeah.
They've been ignoring it. So,
but to put the knowledge of June 19th out there, because a lot of people don't know about June 19th. So that's putting more awareness out there. That's all I'm saying.
It does put enough awareness out there, but is it genuine though? That's the
no, it's not.
thing.
There's nothing genuine.
Right.
Black History Month is not genuine. 28 days is not genuine. Everything that they do, I ain't gonna say everything that they do, but a lot of stuff they do is not genuine.
Everything that they do is not genuine.
It's not. Even the fact of what's that? When you apply for a job, they need to have so many ethnic people at the workforce. That's not genuine. Because that's just
not to get fined.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff they do is not genuine. So, but I just said the fact of
affirmative action.
Yeah.
Right.
But the fact of a lot of people just not knowing it and giving it an awareness.
I look at it like this.
Put it in history books, then I'll do something with it.
There you go. Like, don't give me this when you could have given us so much other shit.
Yeah,
you know
we're giving you crumbs at this point.
Like, you're going to use this to say that we identify and that we see you and all this other shit, and you don't. Because every day, you still harassing the fuck out of us in the streets. Did you see them tase the little boy for vaping?
Yeah, I posted, then I took that shit off just because when I watched it like 2 times, and then I had saved it to my phone, and then I posted it, and then I took it down, and I watched it like a couple more times, and then they arrested the dude that helped. So you got to think about all the people when the George Floyd thing happened. The people they were saying, "Well, why did you help? Why did you help? Why did you help?" Buddy got arrested for helping because the cop was kneeing the other dude.
Well, that's the sad evolution of where the shit could go. Is how many people are gonna continue to watch a person get victimized. This man wasn't out there with an assault rifle, threatening people. He was vaping in a no vaping zone. How does that result in physical violence?
Now, you see how many cops was out there?
So
I would have kicked all them bikes over. All of them was on bicycles. Stop kicking bikes.
My thing is, next year, Juneteenth is going to show up, and all these white corporations, all these multi-million-dollar corporations are going to begin to materialize it. So now it's not going to be black folks hustling to make T-shirts to make money to support a cause they believe in. It's going to be all these corporations getting millions and millions of more dollars. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be them getting likes to say, I support y'all.
But let me ask you this now. Now, how many of us are going to abuse that and have parties? We have a June 19th party. We
was doing that before.
I was doing that before. Me and my kids, we have a whole little thing, and we just go over history and all of that.
Okay, I'm going to say majority. Now, all the people that's not having June 19th parties 2 years ago, look how many people are going to have June 19th parties this year and going forward. Like Martin Luther King. Like y'all partying to the same trap music and everything else that you would party to any other day of the week. So what's the difference in making it?
It's gonna be the same thing like Martin Luther King. I mean, everybody doesn't get off of that. Some people, they might get paid, might not, depending on whoever they work for. But I mean, they don't go out and celebrate or have a cookout or a picnic or do anything. It's just another day to get off. And I'm pretty sure that's our June 19th to do. But corporate white America will capitalize on it and make something of it and make it seem like they support us for money in their pockets. And that's just what it's going to be. No one's going to people that have already been woke, quote unquote, we're going to continue to do what we normally do. But everybody else that don't know anything about it, they're going to, try to throw cookouts or whatever. But the fact of the matter is they still don't know the knowledge and the reasoning behind it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I see flyers, Martin Luther King at the club. We have Martin Luther King night at the club. Not night at the club, just party.
That's just a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not in there preaching and telling people about their Black history.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's still abuse. I ain't gonna say that's still neglecting the cause of it.
No, it is.
That's all I'm saying. Like June 19th is gonna bring the same thing. You're gonna have a whole bunch of clubs having free liquor for June 19th. Like you're not really educating nobody.
Well, I mean, that's just like George Washington's birthday. I mean,
Yeah, we ain't talking about him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the white people are not going out and throwing a birthday party for George Washington. So you really can't come down on us for not, doing that. I mean, they're just not going to do it.
I just don't.
We have a tendency to
run out,
brand our stuff incorrectly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You should not have the Martin Luther King Day flyer with the girl with the G-string bent over the Dodge Charger. You know what I'm saying?
Martin Luther King Jr. was a womanizer, so he might not like. He might like the flyer.
That's tough. That's tough. Oh man. So I'm gonna throw this in another direction, man. I feel like we heavy into the Black history. I just want to get light. And you don't have to be super specific.
Okay.
What do you remember about losing your virginity? Was it before 15? We'll say this. Was it before 16 or after 16?
After 16, the whack is. I should have took my ass to science class. Okay.
What?
I should have took my ass to science class.
I should have took my ass to school. Okay.
What is losing it? Is losing it with somebody or losing it by yourself?
No, I lost it.
Oh shit! If it's losing it by yourself,
exactly.
I lost that at 12.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference.
I lost it with somebody, but yeah.
We talking about with somebody.
Should have took my ass to school.
You got an answer, Carolina?
Oh, pour me a glass. You said how you feel about it. I felt like I didn't do what I saw on TV.
Okay.
I felt like I didn't live up to the expectations as it looked on TV. Like the whole damn, bro, you still going? Like that shit that shit wasn't happening. The in the bed, the whole aura that they did back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was short-lived and it wasn't in the same circumstances.
How many times did you try to lose your virginity before you actually lost it?
Well, shit, you my older brother, so I was trying early.
Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me,
Ricky Bobby.
I would say, for me, I lost mine's 16 or 17, and I probably two times before I lost it. Like I tried, like I didn't realize that it was a science to, actual intercourse. Even though you have sex education classes, or at least we did then. Like they taking all that shit out of school now.
No, they're still doing it now.
Are they?
Yeah, you just got to sign a form.
Okay, so
you got to sign a form to learn, but they're gonna put it on TV for free.
Hey, I'm telling you, sex with everybody. Yeah, I know. I tried. Like it was tough. Like I had the opportunity before I actually did it, and it didn't go as easily as like now we full grown adults and we know how sex works. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? So
I know
I was just curious.
Yeah, I just had stains. I had the little stains in my pants. The pre.
I'm excited. I'm glad to be here.
Like that thing it ain't standing up like it do on TV. Like when I watch it on TV, though, it stood up. But when it's actually there,
right.
J. Cole put it in the best terms possible when he came out with what's the song J. Cole had?
Shit, which one?
What he was talking about, the girl at school?
Yeah.
I know what she's talking about. I can't think of the name now.
I can't think of the name of the J. Cole track. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I do now, and I can't call it either. And I'm normally able to call the verse.
Well, don't worry. I'm about to Google it.
Yeah. I remember dry humping. I remember hide and go get it. You know what I'm saying?
7 minutes ahead.
It's a lot easier, of course, for dudes than it is for females. That's why I wanted you to kind of, you said you should have went to science class.
I definitely should have went to school. I should have went
You
to
should have
school.
went to, okay, so not painful, just you didn't quite understand what happened.
No,
or what it was supposed to be.
Right. So if, of course, I was 16, thought I was in love and all that other stuff. And when we got to do it, it was just like, this is what he was talking about. I skipped school for this. Like, yeah,
So
no,
now,
I could have just went to class.
So I guess that's the flip side. So it sounded to me like he wasn't a virgin.
No, he wasn't.
What about you, Carolina?
What was the question? Go ahead.
The person that you was with, was it their first time?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. It was, yeah. Yeah. And that I guess, once again, what you see on TV is more emotion and more stuff that go into it, especially when you find out about them and the point of getting there with somebody.
Right.
Like she said she should have went to class, which means she wasn't really too much feeling behind it.
It wasn't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So me being with that person, like we was together also, so there was more emotion and more feeling behind it, and then.
No, I mean, we were together. We were a couple, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I should have just waited.
You made it sound like he was garbage. He was just like shit.
How
long did y'all stay together after that?
Maybe another like 2 years after that, but
oh shit, that was it then.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Yeah.
No,
did it get better with him?
She took my ass to class.
Damn, cuz that's rough. I'm gonna be honest. I'd never been with a virgin before. Never in my life.
Well, okay.
So I think that's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? When
so
you're
have
talking
you ever
about
been with a girl that's been celibate for a while?
Y'all all say that.
No, but some people have truth behind it.
Y'all all say that, cuz.
No, you can tell now. Now, okay, we gonna talk. Okay, everybody can say that they have, it's been a year, it's been 2 years. But when you get ready to get into it, you can tell on the tightness if it's been a while.
I don't believe it.
Because y'all done talked about the hot water, y'all talked about vinegar, y'all talked about
man, y'all got too many tricks.
No,
y'all got nona juices and creams.
The muscles can tighten up with vinegar and water. That's a dish or whatever. But however, when you haven't had none in a long time, like you can tell the walls will get real tight and it'll be, it'll be different. You can tell. We ain't talking about no vinegar and water. Take a hot damn bath.
You ain't got no Peter, cuz, so you can't tell.
Well,
All I know is what you tell me.
But no, you can tell the difference between somebody that got walls and somebody that don't.
I will say this.
You can't tell the difference between a man and a woman half the time these days. So
what I'll say is I have definitely been with somebody who has said that they haven't had sex in a super long time.
So you mean to tell me that someone that you're having sex with regularly than someone so you mean to tell me you have never been with a woman who was tighter than the other?
I have.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you could tell the difference between someone who.
But that's structure. That's body structure. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think because this person is all Virginias. I'm gonna say Virginia. Mm-hmm. All Virginias ain't the same depth, shallowness, width, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I've been with somebody and I've been like, I don't know, cuz you said you was for how long? You ain't did nothing with nobody for where?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that there's a body type. You feel me?
I think experience too. But you can have somebody who got experience that know how to work them muscles.
And then there's that.
Yeah, compared to somebody.
I think you can still tell.
I mean, you could tell, but somebody that's more experienced.
Can tell.
But somebody that's more experienced, they know the tricks of the trade. Compared to somebody who just and you also got to think, somebody just gonna lay there, the feeling's also different because a lot of that stuff is mental. So the uncomfortableness of you just laying there is just like It ain't. It's bad. It's a bad feeling.
Right.
Like your thought process is more focused on what the hell going on because ain't nothing happening.
And
So
if you just lay there, like mentally, if a woman just lay there, it's almost like a tap out. Like I'm gonna check out because I feel like I'm doing something against your will. Like you got women that are shy that ain't gonna do nothing because they shy. You know what I'm saying? And then you got motherfuckers that's just frigid. You know what I'm saying? And if you frigid, I can't really fuck with you. Because I feel like I'm doing something against your will. And I'll be damned.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I ain't taking it for me to fight for somebody not taking mine.
That part.
That's true.
That part.
Yeah. So somebody in the comments said, can a woman tell if a man hasn't had any in a long time? If yes, how? And another person said some women are naturally tight.
I'll say, can you tell if a man hasn't had any in a long time? No. Because apparently
it depends on if you are experienced with that man. Like if you're messing with somebody regularly, you can tell if they have had some or not.
I give you that. I would just say, like, generally speaking, like I can only speak for me. That stroke count, cause like you gotta know your stroke count. You know what I'm saying? And there it goes back to, you know, how a woman's Virginia is set up. There's some that's super tight, and you just be like, oh, I didn't know I signed up for that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then some people, you find your stroke count. Mentally, you be like, I am here to satisfy this person. So I'm going to do everything I can to satisfy this person. But then it goes into other criteria because women, y'all have a bunch of different ways that y'all look at sex. Y'all look at sex mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then whatever you're going to tell your girlfriend. Like,
yeah, we definitely, sometimes, you know, it's all of that. If we like you, then yeah, you know. Then there's also a need. Like, okay, you know, I just need to, you know.
So women be needing? Because, you know, y'all don't always be on that I need some shit.
I mean, we're not going to tell you like, hey, you know, you're all right. I just need to, you know, clear this thing out real quick. We're not going to tell you that. We're going to make y'all feel special. Y'all like to feel needed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that.
What? Y'all like
so
to
let me
feel
ask
needed.
you
We're not
this.
going to tell y'all that, hey, I just need to, you know, knock the block off real quick. No, we're not going to tell you that.
So after your initial with the person that you were with for those amount of years, how old were you when it changed? When it was like, oh, this is what they was talking about?
It didn't change. I didn't realize that it was, oh, this is what they're talking about it to someone different.
Okay, so what's the age?
How old was I when I realized, oh, this is what they're talking about somebody different?
Right.
It was about maybe 19, 20. Like, even with him, like, I lost my virginity at 16. Like, it wasn't like something that, you know, I went back into the next week or something. Like, it was months, damn near a year before I did it again. Like, it wasn't something that I was just like, oh, I want to keep doing that. No, not at all.
Right.
I don't know.
I can dig.
I met an older woman. That shit just took my soul. As a young man, you mess with an older woman.
I messed with an older man that was at 19.
And that's what changed it?
That's what changed it.
Yeah. So that go back to what we were saying earlier about experience. Like, if you got somebody's experience, like the whole thing is gonna be different.
All right. He definitely showed me some different things. I was like, you hungry?
You make you some tacos.
Right. You
I'll make you some tacos.
You got gas money? Like, you okay? You good?
Here's my Honda. Yeah. Here's my Nissan Altima keys.
Right. You good?
So this leg won't stop shaking.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I think, like, for me,
be picked up from school. You all right?
I think I was probably like my sex life from high school to about 25. I don't think it ever changed. Like, it wasn't a whole bunch of women by any means, but
right.
I just think my mindset on what sex was just that. You feel me? And then I was about 25, and I caught this lady in a club one night. And to this day, I swear, it was Halle Berry. Like in the club, it was Halle Berry. She had on a black cat suit with a white stripe down each side. And I made eye contact with her. Because this is the lady that changes everything now.
Okay. I'm with you.
So, we kick it in the club or whatever. I had never actually picked up a woman in the club and left with her. Like I done picked up, meet you, have a conversation, get a number, talk to you and all of that shit. But I left with her.
Okay.
And we went home and we had a great time, right? It was different immediately, but we went home, we had a great time. And then I woke up the next morning, sweat, makeup off, everything. I'm like, oh shit, you old as hell. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 25 at the time, she every bit of 45 to 50. You know what I'm talking about? She was like, you know what? You gonna be all right. I said, what that mean? She said, I'm gonna show you some things and we're gonna get you together. To this day, like her and any other woman that I ever been with probably owe her.
Okay.
You feel me? Because it was a matter of conversations about making people comfortable, sensitive areas on the body, way you talk to somebody when you are having sex with them. Like it was like she took me to the university of, making sweet, sweet love.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think everybody gets that. Like I never had a conversation with my parents. Like the birds and the bees, that's some shit that they talk about on Leave It to Beaver and shit.
Right.
I never had that. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever remember having a conversation about losing your virginity?
Hell no, my mom signed me up for sex education.
Oh, well,
Health class. Middle school.
Yeah, we got to be better about that with our kids, Kyle.
Well, I think with the kids it's harder these days because it's everywhere.
They can see everything.
Yeah, on basic, they doing it on basic
social media. Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's so open and everything's open. Like I was watching the show. It's the one with Gabrielle Union, and she a cop. It's supposed to be like the Bad Boys TV show.
Mm-hmm.
LA's Finest.
LA's Finest, and I'm in the middle of the series on Netflix, and she done had sex with 3 different females. Dude, this is Gabrielle Union now. 2 or 3 dudes. She was having one night stands. Like all this is just like it's just out there. So like the kids these days, I ain't gonna say it's harder for them, but it's easier access. Now, do they understand what they get themselves into? Hell no. Because you got to think they really locking people up for kids.
Oh yeah.
Like compared to back in the day, you probably could talk to your baby mom and be like, hey man, don't call the cops. Like I give you this, I give you that.
Right.
And then you trying to find new girls in the club to sex, and your baby mama may be a little understanding because she knew what she got into. But these days, you knocking these chicks off, they having kids, they locking your ass up.
It's weird now, man. Like you got motherfuckers that's having sexual relationships with inanimate objects, and they really in that relationship.
Yeah.
You got the Furby people that dress up as squirrels and shit and hump around on each other. You got bisexual people that go both ways. You got homosexual people that love the same sex. Everything is like, it's not a thought that I had. Of course, there was homosexuals when I was a kid, but it was never remotely like it is now. You feel me? Like, if I had to say how many homosexuals I went to school with, in my mind, it was probably less than 3%. Now, knowing that there are people that are repressed and they wouldn't admit to it, it's probably higher than that. You know what I'm saying? Or in actuality, it was probably higher than that. But now, like, motherfuckers is just weird now, I always tell people that, like, when you meet people, you need to find out what their freak level is early on. So you can either match their freak level or be like, nah, that's just way too freaky for me. You feel me?
And you know what? And that go back to the T.I. and Tiny shit. Like, these women coming out saying T.I. and Tiny drugged them, beat them, and all this other shit.
Nah.
My thing is, everybody knew how nasty T.I. and Tiny was for like 20 years.
Right. Yeah.
So how do you meet them in an environment that leads you to another environment that leads you to another situation when you knew from the first environment was going to lead you to another environment to lead you to that situation? You already had that level. And I'm going to tell you right now. Well, I ain't going to tell you right now. 8 out of 10 women probably find T.I. attractive. 9 out of 10 is going to find him attractive because his money and his status. So they allowed themselves into that environment. So their freak level is already up there. Because you just don't, if there's a table full of X pills and you popping them, your freak level is already high because you already knew those are X pills.
Do you have any Skittles?
So you already knew.
Right.
But everybody already knew T.I. and Tiny's freak level.
I still think it's a level that you can go. Like even with that, even with like swinging or threesomes or whatever, like you could be like, hey, look, y'all want to come back to my house? Like this, me and my wife, y'all want to come back to my house? And then they be like, yeah, I want to come back to your house. And they show up at the house. Of course, the house is clean. They rich as fuck. You get to the bedroom, and the bedroom is nice and it's lit well. And then they got a closet behind the closet in a room. And then you got chains, whips, and goddamn nipple pinchers and, sharp objects. So you can't say that there's not another level after that. But are you upset because you agreed to something? You wholeheartedly agreed to something, and when you got there, it was different. And instead of when you saw that it was different, be like, whoa, I ain't signed up for this.
The thing with Tiny and Tip, I think it was agreed upon. It was something that they was doing. They was doing their orgies and everything. But I think with Tiny and Tip, like somewhere in their agreement, somebody didn't get paid for something. So now it turns into a whole different lawsuit. Because you can't possibly tell me that you've been messing with them you have known them for years. Your kids called them uncle and everything. And now all of a sudden you want to, I just think somebody didn't keep agreeing to their agreement. Somebody Cash App didn't come through. And now this we in a lawsuit.
Or they just didn't know their freak level. They thought they knew their freak level and say, yeah, I do it, talk that shit, which most people do. And then when you in that circumstance, you realize that, oh shit, they telling the truth.
Right. Like this comment right here. This is exactly what some people are in tune with their sexuality, but other people think that they're ready and they're not. It's a different beast. It's a different beast. You can say, oh yeah, I like that. I do that. And when somebody say, okay, let's go, because I'm into that too, then you backing out. You ain't ready.
And then, but you in the circumstance where you with all these in this social class of these are rich people, they got connections. And who else can say they fuck T.I.? But then when he bring out the whips and chains and Tiny got on this other shit, and you realize that you not fucking T.I., they really fucking you.
Right.
And you be like, how can I go home and tell my people this? Well, you've been telling your people that you was nasty from the beginning. Your Facebook, your Instagram, everything in the world has said you was down for it. Which is crazy.
It's like I said, don't waste your time. Don't waste anybody else's time. It's especially now, it's a conversation that you probably need to have. And it'll save you a little bit of grief and probably a whole lot of trouble if you know what a motherfucker's level is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not so much a motherfucker if you just know yourself, what you're into, instead of, as the people say these days, capping. If you true to yourself and you know, like you went to that, you went to the nipple piercing and everything else, and then you go for it. Then you surround yourself with those type of people. But, just to be in a social class to say that you know somebody.
I mean, I can make you nut crazy. I just got to stick my finger in your butt. Well, it'll never happen, sweetheart. I ain't never gonna nut that good. You feel me?
You don't want that finger in your butt?
I know my level.
Well, no. I mean, it's like drugs. Just say no. Like if you ain't devils up, just say no.
That is true.
Just say no, man. But and they getting ridiculous, man. My man, my homeboy told me this story about where they from. They used to take the X pills and put it in the female butt because it dissolved faster.
Wow.
Yeah, and I said the same shit. So years later, I knew somebody else from down that way. I knew the person was like, yeah, man, we still do that. And I'm just like,
Okay.
like how serious it got to get? Like how that puts you in a circumstance that you really don't want to be on both sides, whether the woman or the female. Because
so how do y'all get to that? How's that a conversation? You said and put this X in your butt. Like, how do you approach that situation?
I think there's a scene for that. I don't think that there is
well, a scene
I don't
of
think
what? You hitting it from the back and you just pull out the pill and put it in the butt. Like, how does this go down? I need more.
I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that is a scene and that is a part of that kind of culture. You feel me? So you obviously, unless you want to go to jail, you are not going against somebody's wishes and sneaking this pill up somebody's butt. If you are, you know what I'm saying, you violating that person.
Definitely.
So if you have a conversation and these people indulge in these drugs, you'd be like, well, shit, you'll take it through the mouth. It ain't no different. I'm just going to show you that it worked faster if you let me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That ain't my type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
that's where I say no at.
Maybe in my late 20s, early 30s, I might have, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, I've done all the crazy shit that I want to do.
Not 20s, not 30s.
Like I said, everything ain't for everybody.
That's not for me. That's not for me.
Because you can be in all types of bad shit. Like I said, you be in all types because that shit turned. The next thing you know, you got cops knock on your door. You Bill Cosby. There's a lot of people that Bill Cosby that ain't admitting to it.
Right.
That's what I say, man. Look, I'm big, I'm black, I'm fat. I ain't never had to take nothing from a woman. So I don't understand how anybody is out here, you know, doing the type of shit that they doing. As far as you are assaulting or taking from somebody. Like, that's bullshit.
I got a question. Since we're talking about sex, what is the freakiest thing you ever did?
Damn, cuz that's another show.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a regular dude.
My mama might be watching. What is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, you done talked about X in the booty holes. Like, you gonna put a mama thing now?
We talked about what somebody else did. You asked me about what I did. I have in my life, I ain't gonna get into specifics, but I've done threesomes, and I swing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I have swing. I don't even know the proper terminology. Do you swing? Did we swing?
Swing is something that you constantly do. Like, you know, that's not like a one thing.
I went through a little phase. You know what I'm saying?
So you was a swinger.
I went through a little phase. You know what I'm saying?
She sells you.
I mean, like I said, it was one of those things where, especially in my 20s, I got married early. I got divorced. I was living in Kansas City. The city was bigger than I had ever been in before. I was out there by myself. So I experimented, you know what I'm saying? I did different things. Ecstasy, shit like that.
Okay.
So I've been put in certain situations that, you know, also gave me an edge in terms of, like, as long as you wasn't trying to put nothing in me, I tried.
Okay.
You feel me? So that's what I'll say.
Yeah, I think I'm regular. You know, I done did the outside, the inside, the car, the you know, the balcony. Like, I ain't
public places.
Yeah, I ain't know, like, I know my zone. I just I don't know.
Right.
Because you sound like you thinking of something nasty, and I ain't on your.
No, me. I already know I'm nasty. I'm a different type of person, so I like. I'm so nasty.
But it's good that you know that.
Right, yeah. I know where I'm at in life. I know where I'm at.
What I feel sorry for is you have a group of repressed people that want to try these things, but for whatever reason in their mind won't let them try it. So they just in this internal conflict with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna. There is somebody for everybody. There's a type of freak for every type of freak.
Right,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? And I feel bad for you if you can't open yourself up enough to find out what kind of freak you are.
Right. Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you don't know
you just got people that, for whatever reason, they was raised in the church. They was raised by
them the freakiest people.
Well, I'm just saying different scenarios.
Them PK
strict
kids.
parents, whatever the case. Like you always heard, if you do this, then you this type of person. You know what I'm saying? So on the inside, they want to try it, but they fighting that battle within themselves.
9 times out of 10 they do it, but they just don't. They just not trying to tell you that they do it. That's all.
So is it the person that want to do it that don't say nothing, or the person that's always bragging about it?
To me, I mean, that's just different because everybody has a different personality. To me, someone that's always saying that they get pussy, and I just feel like you don't get nothing. Like you just don't have to keep bragging and saying that I didn't hit this many people. No, you don't. You watch.
I've never been the type to kiss and tell, and I got a bunch of homeboys. Cause like I might be like, bruh, I showed up and she had an outfit on, she was bad, but you ain't about to get no details of my escapade.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Not no real details. I'm with you. Like if I come around you and you can't wait to tell me a story about some shit you did, I probably don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah. Or if I do believe you, she was a bald head scallywag, ain't got no hair in back.
Okay, Project Pat.
I just feel like it ain't in my interest to find out.
And then there's that. I don't ask nobody about that.
Definitely don't ask. But you just got that one person that's gonna always tell you what they got going on.
I really don't care. Honestly, like you said, the details I really don't care. Most time I just be like, true. Because really, I mean, because what does that? How does that help my day? Like, what does that? What am I benefiting from hearing about?
I listen, but in my head, I'm like, he lying. He lying. I gotta go grocery shopping.
Damn.
So when you read your homegirls, if you got 2 homegirls, 3 homegirls, or 10 homegirls.
Oh, 3. I have no friends. Go ahead.
3's actually a good number.
Yeah.
Are y'all typically are y'all kind of the same in the way that y'all handle shit like that? Or do you have a friend that is more repressed than the other, one that's more outgoing than the other?
So my friends, we'll have, of course, girls' night and we'll talk and stuff. It's not something that we always talk about. You might get on the subject and talk about it. Everybody is pretty much the same, but then, it's always that one person that has done more than anybody else. So it's, one of those things. But everybody
sounds like you that person. It sounds like you that person. We're
talking about my homegirls, okay? So yeah, it's always that one person that has done a little bit more than somebody else. So, girl, I'm not doing that type of thing. But everybody's different. You just gotta.
Do y'all have a consensus between all of y'all? Do y'all have a consensus about what y'all not doing?
Yeah. We might. I have one homegirl that's like, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. Like, you crazy? I'm not doing that. She's pretty consistent with the hell no, I ain't doing it.
I can dig it. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, we just having a conversation.
Definitely.
I like the fact that we have your perspective here. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, it gets so convoluted when dudes is talking about sex, because I don't know when it happened. I think it's 2017. We just started being toxic, and we the problem when it comes to relationships.
Who started being toxic, man? Y'all only started being toxic in 2017?
In public opinion, maybe it's 16. Maybe it's 15, 16.
I think y'all been, toxic you just got a label for it, but I think y'all been toxic for some time now.
See, I don't think I ever been toxic.
Oh, then you're toxic. Normally,
You think so?
Normally the person that doesn't think they're toxic is a toxic person.
Toxic?
Toxic.
So you a toxic person?
I'm petty. I'm not toxic.
Petty, toxic, man. That shit all bad.
No, it's petty and I'm a tick for tack person.
That's kind of toxic.
That's toxic.
That's petty. That's petty.
No, that's toxic. That's
no, that's
toxic
petty.
is bad.
No,
toxic,
that's petty.
Toxic is bad.
Toxic and petty is two different things.
So petty's not bad. Petty's good.
Petty is tick for
bad.
tack. You tap me on the shoulder, I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder. You cheat on me, I'm gonna cheat on you.
But that's not bad.
You did it first. That's a reaction to an action.
When I say toxic,
that's a reaction to an action. You tell a joke, I laugh. That's a reaction to an action.
But that ain't bad. That's technically fun. That's human.
Right.
I feel like
you got
toxic is a blanket.
We're gonna laugh at the end of the night.
The problem with toxic is, I think the problem with toxic is it's like a blanket. Like you throw the blanket over and anybody that falls under it is toxic. I think, of course, any kind of physical abuse, that's toxic. Any kind of sexual abuse, that's toxic.
So I think toxic for me, my definition of toxic is borderline narcissist. Like I think a narcissist to me is definitely toxic. But I think the step before narcissist is a toxic person.
So you got toxic qualities.
Correct. Yeah.
Characteristics.
Correct.
Adjectives pointing towards toxic.
Yeah.
So how do we find this? How do we find this balance between an alpha male or a male that's desirable to females and what toxic is?
So first of all, we have to figure out what an actual alpha male is, because you have some narcissists that believe that they're alpha male and you're not an alpha male. You're just narcissist as hell.
Right. So
an alpha male to me is someone that is taking the lead of a male's role. Does that make sense? So you're a protector, you're a provider, someone that's, you're going to grow with, foundation, and, so on and so on.
I like what you said there. You said a protector and a provider, a security blanket, so to say.
Correct. And also an alpha male has some type of emotion. Narcissist is where they're always the victim. It's always someone is doing them wrong. Alpha male and narcissist are not the same at all. A narcissist person can never be an alpha male. This is not going to happen.
So with women that have their shit together, they may be financially stable. They may be flat out well off. They may have businesses. They got investments. They can take care of themselves for the most part.
If you're talking about me, just say that.
So, because you do all of that,
you are alpha male.
What?
Almost. That's almost the point that I'm getting at. You do all of this, right?
Go ahead.
You do all of this. You've been doing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond to the alpha male that could potentially show up when you've been doing all of this stuff on your own? How do you let him become the protector, the provider, the security blanket when you've been doing all this shit on your own?
So I can say honestly, I don't know how, because I have never had an alpha male before. So I can't tell you that.
So you're gonna bite back
this way.
So you gonna bite back?
I never had an alpha male.
That's why you're gonna bite back, because your guard is.
I'm gonna be honest, because it's something that I desire. I would probably like it.
You can desire all you want. A lot of people desire to go to heaven, but they're going to hell.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying, you can desire all you want.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I desire that. So that is something that, of course, I look for. So that's something that I want for myself. But however, I never had it, so I can't. I don't know what to do with it.
That's a fair answer. And I like the fact that you said you don't know, and it's not a big deal that you don't know how you will respond to it. I think there's a lot of times where women have been in this position for a long time and they have dealt with kind of mediocre dudes. Mm-hmm. And an alpha male that's not toxic or not narcissistic is not going to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? but he is gonna notice that you stepping on his fucking toes. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So how do we walk that fine line of communication to you being susceptible or even emotionally available to an alpha male?
That's exactly what it is. Communication. Someone has to be acceptable for that communication. Like if you're not ready, everyone has to be ready. Everyone has to be able to handle alpha male. Everyone's not ready to handle alpha male. So you have to have communication. Like you have to be, you gotta,
Because
like
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
be
be
honest,
ready.
like you ain't gonna yell at me but like once. You ain't gonna like berate me but like once. You ain't
Do you
gonna treat
consider
me like
yourself an
your
alpha
child
male?
but like once. Do I consider myself an alpha?
Mm-hmm.
I have alpha male tendencies.
Okay. What
I
about
do.
you, Carolina Dirt?
Yeah, I got the characteristics. So I'm not one to brag about it because that's just
That's going into narcissism.
I'm a quiet alpha male. Like a lot of shit don't excite me. A lot of shit don't anger me. But the shit that anger me might be petty to somebody else, and the shit that I should be pissed off at, I just let go.
So is it fair to say you have emotional issues?
I probably do. Everybody
Okay.
got emotional issues. Like,
Hold on, let me get this off. If a man shows respect and is willing to take the lead to be an alpha male, then women will be able to see that and let that man take the lead. It has nothing to do with control because it's a 50-50 thing, but he still got to respect the woman.
Okay, come through. Yes, definitely. I agree 100%.
who is that? Whoever that is, type your name or your username, either or.
I think I know who that is.
Someone with their head on their shoulders.
It's definitely, I think it's easily recognizable, and you should not have a problem identifying. Either way, you feel me? Now,
I mean, if you don't know what it looks like, of course you're gonna have a problem identifying.
I disagree a little bit.
If you have to know what an alpha male is first.
All right.
Everybody's definition.
Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. Alpha male or no?
I'm gonna say no because that's not. I don't think he was alpha male.
You said Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince was not an alpha male.
I'm just gonna say no because I don't think Uncle Phil is not what I visualize as an alpha male. So
see, that's what I'm saying. Like
no.
everybody's alpha male is different, so you can't say what an alpha male is because everybody's needs and stuff is different.
Right. My needs for me, alpha male, Uncle Phil is no. I'm gonna say no all day long.
Okay.
What up?
Let me think.
She put her name out there. Yeah, everybody's alpha male is different. Because you got alphas in your friends. Like who's the alpha in your friends? With your friends.
You
asking me or her?
I'm thinking. Go first. I don't know. I think.
We got a bunch of alphas that hang out with us.
That's what I'm saying. So and with that being said,
when I say a bunch of alphas, meaning in this particular circle that we in, any of my friends could have a whole nother circle that they probably would be the lead in the circle.
But that's what I'm saying. So with her saying her alpha male, out of all of us, she might pick one as the true alpha, which matches her.
Right.
So the alpha, the whole alpha male thing is it all depends on the person and what they're looking for.
I say Uncle Phil. I give Uncle Phil as an example because even though it was TV, even it was fictional, the portrayals, he never let his kids punk him. You know what I'm saying? He was always there to support his wife. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But he never got berated by his wife. You feel me? Episodes when Will and Carlton got locked up, he went off on the chief of police. You know what I'm saying? When Will got in any other trouble,
so there's certain situations that Uncle Phil had that you felt like he just displayed.
If you step up to the plate and you resolve the issue, a lot of times, yes, If you do not fear the confrontation that is about to be ensued, yes.
So is Denzel from Fences an alpha male?
He was toxic because he was hurt.
Yeah,
Was he an alpha male?
No, he was hurt.
No, he was a hurt alpha male. I definitely think he was an alpha male because he was a provider, he was a protector, he did what he was supposed to do. However, he had some other stuff going on, but he was definitely a damaged alpha male. That's what I'm going to label him as.
John Q.
Alpha male.
Alpha male. Okay. I feel like that's a good place to leave off. I feel like we had a decent conversation here. I feel like both sides were seen. You got a final thought, Tisha B?
No, I'm fine.
You was all spitfire and goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's how you ended it. You gave benediction and then you want me to say something else afterwards.
No, I didn't. Not yet.
No, I'm good. I feel like this is a great conversation.
That's what's up. Carolina, what you got in closing?
You are defined by the people around you. So if you got toxic people around you, you're gonna be in toxic situations. I think, and that also be the thing. Like I be seeing people, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, talking, they always in some shit, and they always saying they tired of this and tired of that. But if you tired of this and tired of that, whether you here, Canada, Mexico, Germany, you gonna surround yourself with the same type of people. Would put you in that same circle that you was in regards to where you at. So whether you move houses, jobs, countries, or whatever, it might just be you.
Hold on, wait. Look at that comment. What do y'all think about that?
That's being a leader in your household. Alpha male is a personality type. So a man can be a provider, protector, and leader in the home and not present as an alpha.
That's me.
Not present as an alpha, but that doesn't mean he's not. I almost agree with that exclusively. He's an alpha in that house. It don't matter if he's an alpha outside. That's his domicile. That's his cave.
But right, that's
you know
what an alpha is about. I mean, an alpha is a personality type. So of course, in the house, that's where you're gonna demonstrate the most alpha personality. Like on the street, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was kind of
not in charge of everything outside of your home.
Correct.
Well, you got some people that's opposite. You got some people that act big and bad outside the house.
But is that still considered an alpha male? I don't think that's still.
No, that's not. That's an alpha male if you only see them outside the house, because that's what they give you.
And look, this has been, a dope conversation. We're gonna come back to it. We're gonna get some more female perspective in the future in regards to it. You feel me? The more we talk about it, the easier it is gonna be to give people perspective and a different outset. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to say that you don't know. It's okay to be a freak. It's okay to not be a freak. It's okay for you to say what you like and mean it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's okay.
Let's be comfortable. That part. Let's be comfortable with who we are and what we portray. That way we don't have to backpedal. You know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That just means you stand on your stone and you stay on your stone. This has been another dope, super dope episode. Thank you, Tisha B, for pulling up and adding to the conversation.
Welcome.
Carolina Dirt, always my brother, in the place to be. Good people, y'all have a good night, man, and pull up for the next one. We love y'all. Be safe, drink responsibly. This is the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. We out.